You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
These are very dangerous times in which we're living in. They're extremely dangerous times. That America has never experienced anything like this. This is a war in the heavenlies. I mean, we've had World War I and World War II with Vietnam, and we've had the Korean conflict. We've had Iraq, and we have Afghanistan. But this is a spiritual war that is even worse than the Civil War. And we're looking at some very difficult times. And I'm telling everybody to get your house in order. Because we can't, this type of American politics and angst that's going on, and racial and the degraded living is not sustainable. It's going to collapse. And the other thing is that you have to realize that we are in the tribulation. I've called it right. I've called it right. When I called Hillary as president, I called it right. Obama was illegit. And I'm calling it right now. By right, not right now, meaning immediately now. I'm calling it correct now. I'm calling it, we're headed for some desperate times. So you need to get your house in order. You need to make sure that you've got everything where it needs to be, and your health, that's most important. Because if you got your health, there are a lot of things that you can do. Without your health, you become incapacitated, and you become very dependent. So I would say get your house in order, get your health in order, get your financial house in order. But you need to get your life in order with the Lord Jesus Christ, for he is soon to return. You absolutely, positively need to do that. He is soon to return. I feel very privileged, and I don't know whether or not you'll accept this. And if you don't have to, because you don't have to listen to anything I say. You don't have to subject yourself to anything I say. You don't have to believe anything I say. But I feel extremely privileged to have announced back in 2007 that Hillary Clinton was the president as God has spoken, and it was proven that Obama was illegit. And also I stated that anybody following Obama, without that matter being cleared up, and expunged from our political roster, anybody following him would be illegit. And the same thing is with, I'm extremely privileged to have served as I have served the Lord. I'm extremely privileged to be able to speak as I have spoken. And I can't begin to tell you what a joy it is to go the journey that I have gone, and that God has found this church worthy to carry the message to this generation. It is just an extraordinary time. It's an extraordinary time. So I would urge you to get your house in order, because the financial collapse is coming. A moral breakdown is coming. And not that the Democrats have anything better to offer. I'm very concerned about the fact that people like Al Sharpton and others are pushing Kamala Harris, who also is half white, to be president, and that'd be historical because she'd be the first woman president, and then they'd label her as the first woman and the first black woman president. That would be that would usurp Obama. If Kamala Harris wins the presidency and black people are pushing her now, that would usurp Obama. That would put Obama back in the history bin, in the dustbin. And Kamala Harris being the first woman to become president would be earth-shattering. But I think that also to make this a most historical election is that they're going to push Pete Buttigieg, who's now the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, as their vice presidential running mate. Both of these running against Tribulation Trump. I'm not sure exactly what the outcome would be. I think Trump is a loser no matter who he runs against. The polls are now saying that Joe Biden has a better shot, that Bernie Sanders has a better shot than than Kamala Harris. But I can tell you this, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for this great historical moment. And Al Sharpton has now become a kingmaker. Jesse Jackson is suffering from Alzheimer's or some other kind of debilitating disease. Obama is quiet. He doesn't want to get out and get into the fray. Obama realized he didn't have the power to, he and Jay-Z and Beyonce together didn't have the power to put Hillary Clinton in office. So he realized he's a weak person now. He never was a strong person. And black people have peeped his whole card. So Al Sharpton has now risen to the top as a leader and the one who can make kings, the one who can put people in office. We're now under the auspice of Al Sharpton. And he's pushing for Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. But I think that what you want to hear me say is get your house in order. How soon it's going to happen, I don't know, but is it going to happen? Without doubt. Without a doubt. There's going to be a major collapse of our social financial system. Get your health in order, eat right, pray right, and you might want to continue to listen to me, the Lord's servant, as we go forward.